Hello Virgo, this is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. I am here to do your November 2019 situationship reading. Three portals. Essentially, we'll be opening up three congenial portals in which there are semblances that should resonate a bit with iterations of your love life, cycles that occur, that are currently occurring and will occur, hopefully, with some resonance in November of 2019. Now, I am working with the Royal Fez deck, Royal Fez from 1975. It's a genius deck, very wonderful deck, and I totally trust its energy. It's being cleared now. I'm clearing the energy of the deck. And we'll go ahead and start the first iteration of Virgo Situationship reading for 2019, November. Love, and the language of love, if there is such a thing. It's a few more shuffles now. Alright, that's good. Okay. There are two cups here that are being weighed. By the higher force of justice, of karma. And the cups are being weighed, and something about it, during the weighing process, there is a great deal of the water and the great deal of the love that is contained within the two cups that is failing. Something about a deep connection that is not being totally expressed, or perhaps there is something where there is a holdback or some sort of an intense connection, to say the least. Something with the Two of Cups in reverse, okay? Two of Cups in reverse coming up as a primary agent here for you. Seems like there's great love, and it is not being totally expressed in the month of November. Perhaps there has been a great deal of fear that you've had to transgress, and the other party may not have followed court. Have not followed the sort of suit and not have joined you. Perhaps they are stuck in fear, or perhaps they are trying to get over fear in a way. This has to do also with third-party dynamics here with the lovers in the upright, or perhaps you and this person are constantly getting burned or becoming toxic in a certain way when you try to reach out with each other. However, there's an orchestration with a third party, perhaps a mortal, perhaps a god. But this person is certainly orchestrating, or having some sort of hand in the whole sort of dramaturgy, the whole sort of drama with you and this person. This has led to a lack of a beginning with the Ace of Rods in the reverse. Something about the heart has been torn out, and there is certainly a fire there at one point, and there certainly was a great deal of fulfillment, perhaps a great commitment, a feeling of family, a feeling of home, a feeling of celebration with this person. Yet with the Ten of Cups, following the Ace of Rods in reverse, it seems like the vision of this has collapsed in some sort of way, or perhaps is still there. Perhaps there still is an opportunity for a type of gentle offer from friend to friend, or from lover to friend, or from friend to lover. There is an Ace of Pentacle here being offered by a child. This person's inner child may be reaching out to you, or you to them. There's also a possibility that there is a secret here with the High Priestess in the reverse, and the secret is known as she reads from the Torah as well as the Book of Life and Death, as well as the Book of the Alpha and the Omega. There is a secret here about an intense and undeniable connection of the past coming back into the present, as well as it propelling into the future and being illegible in a way. Something about the timing of this all seems very incredible to you, and perhaps this is karmic. Perhaps there is some sort of poetry of the cycles of existence in which you have met this person, and at the same time there's a great cosmic pain with this person, some sort of feeling left out or abandoned. Abandonment issues crop up when you are in this person's locale, when you're dealing with them, and it's been very difficult for you to actually make an offer of love, okay, with the page of cups here in reverse. Been very difficult, and even if the offer came to you or you to them, there is a lack of divine timing here with the wheel in reverse. Something about the fixity of this deal, this cosmic deal with this person. There's something missing, and what it is the actual sort of orchestration of the linearity of time as well as the linearity of karma, if there is such a thing. And it's been very difficult for you to discern what in all is the actual new beginning, okay? What in all is the sort of stability that you are searching for. Like I said, with the Ace of Rods in reverse, there's also the ending of a cycle here. There's sort of a bridge between one passion to the next, and it's very difficult for you to set down. Perhaps you have set down a great burden of the past, and your heart seems protected in a certain way. Therefore, the Ace of Rods in reverse, as well as you dealing with a number of options and choosing to see through those options in order to find a singularity, a type of new cup, a cup that you have chosen accordingly. Okay? Yeah. Pardon. So, there's one iteration, once again, for Virgo, number 1. There is a balancing act happening with justice here. There is a type of karma. There is a type of great need for equilibrium. This equilibrium is very obvious to you, and you've been trying to reach it, and perhaps you finally chosen, instead of juggled and tried to balance out multiple options. You're focusing now and trying to get over past tribulations and past conflicts of the heart, as well as conflicts of differing passions. There is a great need as well for you to work on your stability and to become comfortable in your own ability to send messages, and to let people know that you are empowered in a certain way. Okay, this has to also do with your hard work. You've been working quite hard on becoming a master of your skill, a master of your craft, and a master of commitments that you've made to yourself or to others in order to show and reflect your value. I think value has been missing in modern society, and now you are coming into victory. You're coming into a type of recognition when it comes to you relishing in a type of writing of your own, a writing that other people won't understand, but it has to do with your higher purpose, okay? This higher purpose is about you no longer being controlled by your emotions. Perhaps you're searching for control of your emotions, something like this. You need to balance those emotions out, dear Virgo, so you've had to retreat, and will retreat in November to find rest as well as meditation in order to get over heartache, as well as to find no longer needing the necessary sort of resources outside of yourself in order to find stability, okay? You've gone through a lot of fighting, and you've been doing some crazy backflips in order to get over obstacles, and you're no longer doing that. It seems to me that you have clear boundaries set, and those boundaries are set so that you can find your own sort of footing when it comes to your stability, as well as you getting away from the prison of your mind in order to find and manifest new things with the Magician here in the upright. Very good card to have, okay? You're on the path of the Fool, Virgo number 1, towards something new. This newness will be laced with a great deal of temptation as well as binding agreements and binding agents. There will be a great deal of intense temptation for you, which is a good thing if you're into that sort of thing. There's also a need for you to go ahead and play the warrior stance and go into battle with your ideas and your thoughts and the sword of truth in order to conquer foes who have been manipulative in some way. Perhaps you're on a story of revenge. I don't know. There's also, here's your card, Virgo, the Hermit here in the upright. You're coming into power and looking for the inner truth that you know to be true in order to find your soulmate, as well as to find the gateway into something new. And to let go once again of liars and manipulators who have been riddling you since October and before. Terrible bastards, I know. Okay. There's also a possibility for someone very special to come into your life who will offer you some sort of great boon in which to find a commitment or stability, and great love is coming to you, as well as transformation and peace and solemnity. But be careful, because there is also, through temptation, the probability of some sort of great misfortune. However, never fear, your stability is assured, and healing is assured if you do, in fact, go through heartache. Okay? Right. Virgo number 2. This is the second iteration. You may feel free to combine any of the elements or the readings or the cycles that I have covered throughout the 3 portals together alchemically in order to find your own solution, or perhaps to find a better resonant pattern with your situations. Okay, so this is the second situationship reading for my beloved Virgo number 2. Please hang on as I clear the energy of the cards. Virgo number 2, you are on a quest. You are on a quest for truth, and to find truth that will lead to your stability once again. The stability has to do with your own ability to be sensual as well as eloquent in the way you express your sensuality. You know what you want, you know how to get it, and perhaps you found the sort of truth somewhere. Let's find out where. The sort of truth comes from you finally relishing in your intuition and noticing that there was a great misfortune, perhaps some sort of imbalance, and a need for justice to come into equation about your own happiness and your own sort of higher self, as well as your inner child. Something about you has been missing, and you've gone into the desert of your mind to find it. With your card, the Hermit, this indicates a need to find a holy land or some sort of higher purpose behind it all, and to leave society in a certain way. You're done with that period, and you found that even then there was something still missing, something in your heart that was throbbing and needing to be expressed, or perhaps a great misfortune of sorts. Yeah, something about the past here coming into the present. There's an abandonment issue cropping up for you, Virgo number 2, in which, even though you were single, or perhaps enjoying on the outside your own prowess and your own stability, there still is something missing. Once again, something about the heart. There needed to be something of a transformation with you and a Scorpio, or perhaps the season of Scorpio will help you go through an ego death, or perhaps take things away from you that won't be necessary anymore. But this may lead to a type of regret with the 5 of Cups here. Some type of regret that will have you, even if there is love around, you might not even notice it. And this is quite the shame, really. If you were to just turn your head a bit, Virgo, there might be an opportunity for you to find love and commitment and happiness, because it's come to you and perhaps there is a hidden nature about it that you can't really sort of discern. The truth also goes on with you leaving something from the past in order to find in hermit mode something, but at the cost of a lot of emotional fulfillment. You had to get away from it all. Perhaps things were getting way too toxic with you and someone else, and there was a great deal of ego as well as pride with this person, okay, as well as they were manipulating the forces of the universe to get what they wanted. You maybe have been dealing with a Gemini or something like that, or someone with fire in their placement, in which the burden was too great and they tried to set down the burden, but yet you or them are coming back into the thoughts of each other, and there is a cycle that needs to be ended here, but it's become very difficult for you to do such a thing. However, the universe will come in once again with double Scorpio confirmation from death into the tower. There is a great deal of transformation in which the language of love is going to be completely and totally destroyed because of faulty foundations, as well as the higher self and the ego will shine through with rays of righteous indignation to dethrone any sort of people. This is kind of like the wheel, but then worse, because everyone is going to fall, okay? Which is incredible. However, never fear. I think you will be able to find that through this ego death, there will be a type of feeling once again, and an ability to get rid of toxic emotions in order to grow and evolve, and to no longer deal with these freaking liars and these idiots who don't really know. They play the student, but they play the fool as well. They don't really they don't really offer much in terms of your intelligence factor. I think your IQ is quite high. There also is an ability for a secret contract here. It's not actually secret, it's well known, and you've read through the contract before. It has to do with your higher purpose, as well as a higher purpose with you and someone else, about how heartbreak was inevitable, and you're learning through this heartbreak and transcending it in order to find through pain some sort of stillness. And through this stillness, a great boon is coming to you from distant shores, in which you will find some sort of hidden stability that's been hidden to you since childhood. Something about your mother, in which there is a great deal of stability, as well as knowedness, as well as grounding with this person. Okay, perhaps they're a reflection of that, and there's slow messages coming in. They are quite slow, and they're coming in very, very slow in order for you to revisit something from the past. This past has to do with a father figure, someone who was very passionate, as well as the fighting that occurred with this. There was a weak father, as well as a weak father figure, in which there was an inability to have a new start. Okay, this new start is leading to an immediate end with the world, okay, as well as karma. These are very intense cards to have. You're going, Virgo number 2, you're going to be going through a lot of incredible change, as well as an incredible amount of it's like two wheels here. I mean, it's a double confirmation of the great circle, the great monad, the great cycle of life. Twice over, you have the infinity here. There's a great deal of divine intervention coming into your life in order to for you to heal here with the star card. With the star card, you're definitely on the path towards healing. Okay, that's Virgo number 2, and that was really intense. Virgo number 3, the last for this evening, and thank God, because I am running out of energy. I'm going to go ahead and clear the force fields of the cards to get to the last reading. Okay. Virgo number 3, the third iteration, the third portal is opening, and it has to do with a type of setting free an escapism towards the truth. This truth is quite intense. It has to do with a type of abandonment issue here. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and coming back into a type of union. With Mercury retrograde, there might be someone coming back from the past, and this person might be someone who is somewhat abusive of their power. Okay, the Empress in reverse talks about sort of the negative energies of essentially all the queens combined. Okay, so think of the Queen of Hearts off with her head, sort of thing. This is the quintessence of the Empress in reverse, someone who's not stable, someone who's not eloquent, someone who's controlling and manipulative in a certain way. Okay, this person, I don't know if you want to let them back in. However, you've been waiting for some time. You've been waiting in order to exact some type of truth, or perhaps they have been lying to you. If this is their energy, one way or another, someone's lying to someone, and this has to do with a type of happiness. Okay, happiness that comes at the cost of someone else's fulfillment. Okay, so there is an imbalance in this equation, and someone is using dark forces, manipulation, as well as manipulation of energies, as well as darker magic, in order to manifest something. Someone or something is manifesting someone else into their life again. And this is perhaps not a good thing, because someone's been, perhaps you have been, my dear Virgo, in a type of 12th house sort of thing for a while now, and you've been trying to feel out esoterically to find truth through feeling out the external world and to internalize this in a certain way. Okay, but you've been definitely not active, or perhaps there is some sort of halt when it comes to the expression of your heart, as well as the need for teamwork has been expressed, and perhaps you're working hard on a number of things with other people. Okay, yeah, I see that, because we have 2 3s here, and they both come up in the upright. We have the 3 of Pentacles as well as the 3 of Cups, which indicates to me divine guidance, as well as heavenly resonance. Okay, there is a passionate beginning coming here, that has to do with your heart opening up after some time of healing, or perhaps after you get over the hanged man mode, in which romance will come into your life again, transformation, as well as the opening of the heart chakra. This will lead to a type of commitment that is not really sort of mature, and a need once again to heal through the energies of Aquarius with the star. And there is also some sort of hidden motivation, or a hidden sort of conviviality with the 4 of Rods here, talking about soulmate energy. There also is a need for you to transform, but transformation has become halted, or perhaps this is a card of fear, in which there is a great deal of it because of someone who is not standing in their truth, or perhaps going in and out of your life, and the wheel coming into play, and there is an irrevocable change in which the fixed energies of all these, Scorpio, as well as Leo, Taurus, and Sagittarius, the fixed energies of these are essentially leading to a type of great truth that comes in a riddle, and you will be propelled out of your control into a type of love dynamic, and forced without your volition into a type of love situation in which you thought you could reject, but it's coming back to you. In holy hell, there might be some sort of hidden commitment, or some sort of hidden boom in this. Perhaps you are going to reject once again any sort of carnal or sexual advances on you, because you can see the demon work that has to be done. Someone's demons has to be destroyed in this equation, perhaps on your end or theirs. And there also is here a tower moment, in which through the season of Scorpio there will be a great transformation, especially on languages, your type of languages and iterations of languages, and would create a great deal of confusion, as well as a need to get over obstacles heroically, as well as crazily jumping over walls, and like going through boundaries and shit like that. It's going to be quite messy. However, there is a fear that is being transcended here with the moon in reverse, some sort of illumination about instability, and a sort of dynamic with someone who has been crossing boundaries over to you, and offering you very, very poor options when it comes to commitment, very slow as well as stagnant sort of progression to something that should make you feel fulfilled, but it doesn't, as well as you may see this as a sort of an aggressive act of immature love. But you know, I mean, like all in all, I think you're gonna go into that hermit mode again and take off and perhaps find your own truth in order to find what makes you feel stable in the heart space, and to become wise in order to turn this Ace of Cups in reverse into a type of healing, okay, for you in transformation. Okay, well, thank you very much, my dear Virgo. Those are your 3 portals. And I really do appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Once again, this is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. Peace and namaste, please. I'll see you mid-November. Ciao.